Warning: your legs fade first. Seniors must eat these 3 foods to keep them strong and healthy. It is with a profound sense of urgency and genuine concern that we begin today, not with a casual greeting, but with a critical warning, a serious revelation that demands your immediate attention regarding a fundamental aspect of your physical well-being. It is a sobering truth that as the years gently, or perhaps not so gently, accumulate upon us, the very first bastion of our physical prowess to exhibit discernible signs of enfeeblement is astonishingly not the robust power of our arms, nor even the resilient framework of our backs, but rather the very pillars that uphold our daily existence, our legs. This isn't merely an anecdotal observation, it is a profound physiological reality. Your legs commence their gradual decline first, and when their inherent strength begins to wane, the implications extend far beyond a fleeting sensation of fatigue or a slight reduction in your customary pace. It metastasizes into a tangible erosion of your most cherished possession, your personal freedom, your autonomy, your ability to navigate your world without impediment. Consider for a moment the harrowing prospect of finding yourself perpetually struggling to ascend the familiar stairs within the sanctuary of your own home, feeling an insidious drag as you attempt to rise from a comfortable chair, or, even more alarmingly, confronting the genuine peril of a debilitating fall that possesses the power to irrevocably alter the trajectory of your life, chaining you to a cycle of recovery and dependence. This image is, without a doubt, inherently unsettling, even terrifying. Yet, within this somber landscape, there shines a beacon of hope, an encouraging counter-narrative. This bleak future is not an inevitable destination. Your legs, in their structural and functional significance, bear a striking resemblance to the very foundation upon which a sturdy house is meticulously constructed. When this foundational element remains robust and unwavering, the entire edifice of your body, every subsequent system and segment, maintains its inherent stability and integrity. It is precisely with this understanding that we delve into an exploration of 3 truly remarkable categories of foods, potent nutritional allies meticulously chosen for their unparalleled capacity to fortify your legs, imbue them with newfound flexibility, and prepare them to reliably transport you through every adventure and challenge that life, in its boundless unpredictability, may present. Remain steadfast with us throughout this discourse, for these are not obscure, esoteric, or exorbitantly priced ingredients sequestered in specialty stores. Quite the contrary, these are profoundly simple, eminently affordable, and readily accessible staples that can be seamlessly integrated into your daily dietary regimen starting this very moment, and a solemn promise is extended. Should you embrace and conscientiously apply this invaluable counsel, you will, within a matter of mere weeks, palpably experience a transformative difference in the strength and resilience of your legs. Furthermore, the narrative of benefit unfolds even more compellingly, for we have judiciously reserved the most impactful revelation, the crowning jewel of our dietary recommendations, for the concluding segment. This particular food transcends the immediate benefit of merely augmenting leg strength. It simultaneously confers profound advantages upon the intricate workings of your brain and the vital rhythmic pulsations of your heart, offering a holistic boost to your overall physiological vitality. You will undoubtedly regret missing this critical insight. Therefore, before we plunge into the scientific and practical specifics of these dietary powerhouses, a moment of introspection is warranted. Have you perhaps begun to perceive a subtle but persistent attenuation in the strength of your legs? Has the once effortless ascent of a staircase now become a more arduous, breathtaking endeavor? Or has your innate sense of balance, once an unwavering constant, begun to feel somewhat less assured, perhaps occasionally precarious? If your honest internal assessment yields an affirmative response to any of these poignant inquiries, then this comprehensive guide is precisely the illuminating resource you have been patiently anticipating. Let us, then, forge an unbreakable commitment, a solemn pledge, not only to ourselves but also to those cherished individuals who constitute our loved ones. We shall, with unwavering resolve, exert every conceivable effort to steadfastly maintain our physical strength, to consistently embrace an active lifestyle, and thereby to perpetually safeguard our cherished freedom. Are you fully prepared to embark upon this empowering journey? Let us, without further ado, immerse ourselves in its enlightening depths. The fundamental inquiry that underpins our understanding is, why, with such consistency and predictability, do our legs initiate this process of decline first? A moment for personal reflection. Does the act of climbing stairs now require a marginally greater exertion than you recall from earlier years? Does the seemingly trivial act of standing up from a seated position demand just a fraction more physical effort, a subtle strain that was once entirely absent? These are not mere figments of your imagination or transient subjective perceptions. They are profound indicators rooted firmly in undeniable scientific reality. As we traverse the inexorable pathway of aging, our intricate biological systems undergo a complex and ubiquitous process known as sarcopenia, which is defined as a natural, progressive, and generalized decline in skeletal muscle mass and strength. This phenomenon is an intrinsic component of aging, yet its impact is often underestimated. The truly astonishing and frequently overlooked truth is that, commencing as early as your fourth decade of life, your 40s, you embark upon a continuous physiological journey of losing approximately 1% of your vital muscle mass with each passing year. By the time you reach the threshold of your 60s, this rate of muscular erosion regrettably doubles, accelerating the decline. However, the critical piece of information, the detail that eludes the awareness of many, is this. Your legs, by virtue of their unique anatomical and functional attributes, are demonstrably the first to bear the brunt of this insidious impact. The compelling reason for this precedence lies in their inherent nature. They are not merely among the largest muscle groups within the human body, but critically, they are also the most ceaselessly active. From the very moment you awaken until the quiet descent into slumber, every single day, your legs are the tireless architects of your mobility. They are the enduring carriers that support you through every deliberate step you take, every chair you comfortably sit into, and indeed, every singular movement you articulate. They function, in essence, as the dynamic and perpetual foundation of your living structure, akin to the unseen but indispensable footing of a massive edifice constantly subjected to relentless pressure, perpetually engaged in the arduous, unremitting task of heavy lifting. Allow me to elucidate this concept through a relatable analogy. Envision your muscles as a meticulously managed savings account. During the vibrant period of youth, your body operates as an indefatigable and prolific depositor, consistently accumulating and safeguarding reserves of strength, power, and physical endurance within this account. However, as the inexorable march of time progresses and you gracefully transition into the later stages of life, your body, through no fault of your own, initiates a process of withdrawal from this vital reserve. And because your legs, by their very nature and functional necessity, are subjected to such an extraordinary and sustained level of utilization, they are inevitably the very first domain where the tangible ramifications of these physiological withdrawals manifest with undeniable clarity. The initial manifestations of this process are often subtle, almost imperceptible at first. Perhaps a fleeting sensation of your legs feeling marginally heavier during an uphill walk, or a momentary, almost unconscious, need to steady yourself by grasping a railing for an added measure of balance. Yet, with the passage of time, these incremental changes accrue, progressively evolving into more pronounced and dramatic alterations. Activities that you once engaged in with unthinking ease and profound enjoyment, the therapeutic ritual of gardening, the expressive liberation of dancing, or the joyful, spontaneous pursuit of energetic grandchildren, gradually and almost imperceptibly transform into increasingly challenging and physically demanding endeavors. But here lies an even more disquieting dimension to this unfolding reality. When the formidable muscles of your legs undergo this regrettable weakening, the consequences extend far beyond the mere subjective experience of feeling tired or depleted. It represents a tangible and profound erosion of your cherished independence, a gradual severance from the autonomous existence you have always known. Numerous rigorously conducted scientific studies unequivocally demonstrate a direct and statistically significant correlation between attenuated leg strength and a substantially increased susceptibility to falls. For the elderly demographic, a singular, seemingly innocuous fall can tragically precipitate months of arduous and often incomplete recovery, or, in the most tragic scenarios, lead to far graver, life-altering outcomes. Indeed, it is a stark and undeniable statistic that falls constitute the preeminent cause of injury-related fatalities among adults who have surpassed the age of 65. This is, without doubt, a profoundly difficult and discomforting truth to confront. However, within this challenging reality resides a potent message of empowerment. You are unequivocally not a powerless bystander in the face of this physiological process. Sarcopenia is decidedly not a unidirectional, irreversible descent. In fact, armed with the judicious application of appropriate strategies, encompassing both nutritional interventions and targeted physical activities, you possess the remarkable capacity to meticulously rebuild and demonstrably strengthen the muscles of your legs, irrespective of your current chronological age. Allow me to illustrate this transformative potential with a brief yet profoundly inspiring anecdotal account. There was a woman named Margaret, a vibrant individual who had reached the age of 72, who had, for a period of several years, grappled with the debilitating effects of persistent leg weakness. Her once cherished ritual of leisurely walks in the local park had regrettably been abandoned, primarily due to an unsettling sensation of wobbliness in her knees, and the once mundane act of ascending stairs had, in her perception, metaphorically transformed into the monumental challenge of scaling a towering mountain. However, when she made a conscious, resolute decision to channel her focus onto integrating the correct dietary components and incorporating judiciously chosen, uncomplicated exercise routines into her daily life, her subsequent transformation was nothing short of miraculous. Within a mere span of months, Margaret not only triumphantly resumed her daily mile-long walks, but also, to her immense delight and the admiration of her peers, enthusiastically re-engaged with her beloved pastime of ballroom dancing, gracefully gliding across the floor once more. Now, I urge you to direct your thoughts inward and engage in a moment of honest self-assessment regarding your own legs. Do they still retain the formidable strength they once possessed? Do you consistently experience a reassuring sense of stability and unwavering confidence as you navigate through your daily movements? If you have even fleetingly detected the most minuscule, nascent indicators of weakness, it is absolutely imperative that you do not, under any circumstances, disregard them. This urgency stems from a crucial principle. The earlier you proactively intervene and initiate corrective measures, the more profound, enduring, and ultimately gratifying your results will invariably be. So, with this newfound understanding and invigorated resolve, are you truly prepared to translate intention into decisive action? An emphatic yes would be a truly gratifying response. In the ensuing, meticulously detailed exploration, I shall reveal the 3 truly powerful and impactful food categories that possess the inherent capability to assist you in preserving your legs as strong, exquisitely flexible, and perpetually ready to steadfastly support you through the numerous years that stretch out before you. And take my word for it, you will undoubtedly wish to remain engaged until the very conclusion of this comprehensive discussion, for the final recommendation may very well elicit a genuine sense of delightful surprise. Let us then continue our enlightening journey. Having now thoroughly assimilated the foundational understanding of why our legs, with their intrinsic and vital role in our mobility, are typically the first physiological structures to succumb to age-related weakening, the imperative now shifts unequivocally towards proactive counteraction. The most supremely efficacious method to valiantly combat this insidious decline is through the meticulous and intentional nourishment of our bodies with precisely the right array of foods, specific dietary components that are not merely instrumental in the complex and continuous process of muscle rebuilding, but are equally crucial in maintaining the robust integrity of our skeletal framework and consistently sustaining our vital energy levels at an optimal zenith. Let us, without further delay, immerse ourselves in an in-depth examination of the premier 3 foods that you absolutely must endeavor to incorporate into your meals, commencing today, thereby laying an unshakable foundation for enduring leg strength and overall vitality. Foremost among these nutritional champions is fatty fish, the muscle builder. This remarkable category of aquatic sustenance, encompassing revered varieties such as wild-caught salmon, nutrient-dense mackerel, and the humble yet potent sardines, represents some of the most extraordinarily powerful and beneficial foods you can possibly integrate into your diet for the express purpose of maintaining truly strong and unequivocally healthy legs. And allow me to emphatically state, if these dietary jewels are not yet a regular fixture on your plate, you are, regrettably, forgoing one of the most straightforward yet profoundly effective strategies available to safeguard and extend your precious mobility as you gracefully traverse the stages of aging. The rationale underpinning the unparalleled efficacy of these fatty fish is multifaceted and scientifically compelling. They are quite literally densely saturated with an abundance of omega-3 fatty acids. These are not merely generic fats. Rather, they represent an indispensable class of healthy fats, termed essential fatty acids, which your sophisticated physiological system is utterly incapable of synthesizing independently, yet critically requires for a vast array of optimal bodily functions. Omega-3s operate within your body with the nuanced precision of a high-grade lubricant for your muscles and the intricate articulations of your joints. Their primary mechanism of action involves a potent capacity to significantly mitigate and actively reduce systemic inflammation, a pervasive biological process that is widely recognized as a major contributing factor to the distressing symptoms of muscle stiffness, persistent joint pain, and overall physical discomfort. Furthermore, these extraordinary fatty acids play a crucial role in accelerating the efficiency of muscle recovery. This means that whether you have engaged in a vigorous outdoor walk, participated in a moderately challenging exercise routine, or simply navigated the myriad movements inherent in your daily domestic activities, the omega-3s actively facilitate the rapid and comprehensive repair of those microscopic muscle fibers, thereby ensuring that these muscles regenerate even stronger and more resilient than before. Yet, the benefits of fatty fish extend beyond their rich omega-3 content. They are also exceptionally abundant in high-quality, complete protein, the quintessential and undisputed building block of all muscle tissue. Every single instance you consciously choose to savor a perfectly prepared portion of succulent salmon or a generous serving of wholesome tuna, you are, in essence, systematically furnishing your body with precisely the requisite structural components and essential amino acids it urgently requires to diligently rebuild, efficiently repair, and continuously maintain the robust musculature of your legs. Conceptualize this dietary strategy as providing your legs with a much-needed, precision-engineered tune-up, a meticulous overhaul designed to ensure they remain perpetually poised and optimally prepared to steadfastly support your every movement, every single day, with unwavering dependability. Let us delve deeper into the practical application and profound benefits. Imagine yourself seated at a dinner table with a perfectly grilled, flaky piece of salmon presented before you. In that solitary serving, you are not only ingesting a substantial quantity, exceeding 20 grams of high-quality protein, but also a formidable dose of essential omega-3 fatty acids, alongside other profoundly important micronutrients, such as vitamin D, a critical cofactor, that simultaneously contributes to the fortification of both your bones and your muscles. It represents unequivocally a synergistic triple boost specifically engineered for the profound betterment of your leg health, all harmoniously delivered within the confines of a single delicious meal. And the most appealing aspect of this recommendation is its sheer simplicity. Integrating fatty fish into your regular dietary regimen is remarkably effortless. For a satisfying dinner, consider the culinary delight of grilling or baking a fresh piece of salmon, perhaps enhancing its natural flavors with a delicate squeeze of zesty fresh lemon juice and a fragrant sprinkling of your preferred herbs. For a quick yet nutritious lunch option, one can effortlessly prepare a delectable tuna salad, artfully spread upon slices of wholesome whole grain bread. Or, if a nourishing and surprisingly gratifying snack is desired, the unassuming sardine perched atop crisp crackers presents itself as an exceptionally nutritious and deeply satisfying treat. For those who may not possess a penchant for elaborate culinary endeavors, there is no cause for concern. Canned salmon or tuna, readily available and eminently convenient, offer nutritional profiles that are remarkably comparable to their fresh counterparts, all while maintaining an accessible and affordable price point. Furthermore, should the consumption of fish not align with your personal dietary preferences or restrictions, alternative avenues exist for acquiring your indispensable omega-3s. Plant-based sources such as the nutrient-dense flax seeds, the versatile chia seeds, and the healthful walnuts represent excellent and viable alternatives. Alternatively, the consistent supplementation with a high-quality fish oil capsule can effectively ensure that your body is receiving the precise complement of essential nutrients it unequivocally requires. Allow me to present a compelling scientific datum that will undoubtedly stimulate profound consideration. Rigorously conducted studies have unequivocally demonstrated that older adults who consciously and consistently incorporate omega-3 rich foods into their diet on a regular basis experience a remarkable 20% slower rate of age-related muscle loss when compared to their counterparts who do not adhere to such a dietary pattern. A reduction of 20% is not merely a marginal improvement. It represents a genuinely transformative, game-changing advantage, particularly when one contemplates the sheer magnitude of essential work and unwavering support your legs provide for you, day in and day out, throughout your entire life. Therefore, the overarching and undeniably crucial takeaway message is this: with every conscious and deliberate inclusion of fatty fish onto your plate, you are not merely consuming a meal, you are actively engaging in an extraordinary act of self-care and profound investment in the enduring vitality of your legs. You are, in essence, fortifying your inherent strength, safeguarding your precious freedom, and meticulously preserving your invaluable capacity to live life on your own terms in the manner you most deeply desire. It is, by all accounts, a remarkably simple dietary adjustment, yet trust implicitly in this assertion. Its cumulative impact makes an immeasurable and truly life-altering difference. Having now comprehensively understood the profound ways in which fatty fish can fundamentally transform and significantly enhance your leg health, let us now seamlessly transition to the subsequent incredible food category that your legs will undoubtedly embrace with profound gratitude and eager assimilation. Remain with us. You unequivocally do not wish to miss this critical insight. Following the exceptional benefits of fatty fish, our attention now pivots to dairy products, the Strength Keeper. This diverse and ubiquitous category of foods, encompassing the creamy richness of milk, the versatile tang of yogurt, and the savory satisfaction of cheese, transcends their mere culinary deliciousness. They are, in fact, absolutely indispensable for the steadfast preservation of strong and unequivocally healthy legs, particularly as we progress through the various stages of the aging process. As our bodies mature and evolve, they increasingly demand a more substantial and concerted level of support to meticulously maintain both muscle strength and optimal mobility. And it is precisely in this critical juncture that dairy products emerge as unparalleled unparalleled providers, delivering two profoundly crucial nutrients that operate in harmonious synergy to furnish precisely that essential support: protein and calcium. Let us commence our detailed examination with protein. Protein is, in its most fundamental and unequivocal definition, the quintessential building block of muscle tissue, a plain and undeniable physiological truth. Every single time you execute a movement, regardless of its apparent simplicity, whether it is the act of standing upright, the rhythmic motion of walking, or the more demanding exertion of climbing a staircase, infinitesimal, microscopic tears are, by necessity, formed within the delicate fibers of your muscles. Your body, with its innate and remarkable capacity for self-repair, then assiduously utilizes the ingested protein to meticulously repair these minute tears, a process that inherently renders your muscles progressively stronger, more resilient, and ultimately more capable of withstanding future demands. However, here lies a significant physiological challenge. As we age, our bodies unfortunately become less intrinsically efficient at both the initial construction and the ongoing maintenance of muscle mass. This age-related attenuation in efficiency underscores precisely why ensuring an adequate and consistent daily intake of protein is not merely advisable, but becomes an absolutely non-negotiable imperative if your aspirational goal is to remain perpetually active, robustly independent, and functionally autonomous throughout your later years. And here again, we encounter truly excellent news. Dairy products stand out as one of the most supremely accessible, bioavailable, and high-quality sources of protein currently available. Did you know that a solitary, refreshing glass of milk, irrespective of its fat content, typically furnishes approximately 8 grams of vital protein? Or, even more impressively, that Greek yogurt, a universally lauded favorite among health experts and nutritionists alike, packs an astonishing and potent 20 grams of protein into just a single convenient serving. This is akin to providing your muscles with a direct, potent infusion of raw strength and reparative elements every time you consciously choose to enjoy it. Now let us shift our focused attention to calcium. While the primary physiological role of protein is intricately centered upon the structural integrity and functionality of your muscles, calcium, by contrast, holds the pivotal key to meticulously maintaining the foundational strength and optimal density of your bones. Conceptualize your bones as the unyielding internal scaffolding, the very foundational bedrock of your entire anatomical structure. They provide the essential support for every other component of your body, irrespective of how magnificently developed or ostensibly strong your muscles may be. If the underlying skeletal framework, your bones, are compromised by weakness or brittleness, they are inherently incapable of adequately performing their crucial supportive function. This precarious state not only diminishes overall physical capacity, but critically places you at an elevated and unacceptable risk for debilitating fractures or dangerous falls. Herein lies a subtle yet critical caveat. As we age, our bodies regrettably become less efficient at the absorption and metabolic utilization of dietary calcium compared to our younger years. This age-related decrease in absorption efficiency unequivocally underscores why it is absolutely paramount to vigilantly ensure that you are consistently obtaining a sufficient quantity of calcium on a daily basis. Dairy products, by their very nature, render this crucial task remarkably straightforward and highly effective. A mere single serving of your favorite cheese or a humble cup of nutrient-rich yogurt can effortlessly contribute a significant and substantial portion of your recommended daily calcium requirements. Integrating dairy products into your established routine is remarkably simple, genuinely enjoyable, and replete with health advantages. Commence your day with a refreshing glass of milk. Whether your preference leans towards whole, low-fat, or a lactose-free alternative, if you experience dairy sensitivities, for breakfast or a mid-morning snack, consider the delightful option of Greek yogurt, elegantly crowned with a vibrant assortment of fresh fruit and a sprinkling of nutrient-dense nuts. This culinary creation is not only exquisitely delicious, but also constitutes a veritable powerhouse of essential nutrients that your legs will undoubtedly express profound gratitude gratitude for. For your lunch or dinner, a simple yet effective strategy involves sprinkling a modest amount of cheese over your crisp salad or incorporating it into a wholesome sandwich for an additional, delectable boost of both protein and calcium. You could even indulge in a satisfying and wholesome snack by pairing cheese with robust whole grain crackers, a combination that is both incredibly satisfying and profoundly nutritious. But what if you find yourself amongst those who are not particularly fond of dairy products, or perhaps you contend with the challenges of lactose intolerance? Do not despair. A plethora of viable and excellent alternatives are readily available to you. Many plant-based milk alternatives, such as almond milk or soy milk, are judiciously fortified with calcium, making them a fantastic and equally effective substitute. Furthermore, you can proactively seek out other calcium-rich food sources, including fortified cereals, an array of verdant leafy greens, or, as a last resort, consider calcium supplements to bridge any potential nutritional gaps. Allow me to share a succinct, real-life narrative to vividly illustrate the tangible efficacy of this dietary approach. Robert, a distinguished 68-year-old retiree, had for many years contended with the vexing issues of progressively weakening legs and persistent joint pain, which significantly impeded his quality of life. His perceptive physician, recognizing the potential for nutritional intervention, sagaciously recommended that he proactively integrate a greater quantity of dairy products into his daily dietary regimen. Robert, with characteristic pragmatism, initiated this dietary modification with remarkable simplicity: a single glass of milk each morning and a serving of yogurt in the afternoon. Within a comparatively short span of merely a few months, he began to discern a truly significant and palpable improvement in his physical condition. His legs registered a noticeable increase in strength, his overall energy levels experienced a welcome surge, and he even found himself capable of walking longer distances and notably climbing stairs with a newfound ease and confidence, activities that had, just a year prior, felt like insurmountable chores. And crucially, this anecdotal success is firmly substantiated by empirical science. Rigorous studies consistently demonstrate that older adults who conscientiously consume adequate levels of both protein and calcium, particularly from dairy sources, exhibit superior muscle retention, possess significantly stronger bones, and experience a substantially reduced risk of both falls and bone fractures. Therefore, whether your choice is a velvety glass of creamy milk, a refreshing cup of wholesome yogurt, or a savory slice of your favorite cheese, endeavor to perceive every single serving of dairy as a judicious and forward-thinking investment. An investment in the enduring vigor of your strength, the unwavering expanse of your mobility, and the perpetual safeguard of your cherished independence. Now, permit yourself to envision this empowering future. You are gracefully walking with an innate and profound sense of confidence, effortlessly ascending staircases without the slightest hesitation, and feeling robustly strong and impeccably steady with every single step, every single day. This, precisely, is the profound and transformative power unleashed by the consistent integration of dairy products into your daily routine. So, what are you patiently waiting for? Seize this opportunity and commence today, allowing the inherent magic of dairy to work its potent and salutary effects upon your legs. Up next, we shall plunge into the final, yet equally indispensable, powerhouse food category that your legs will undoubtedly adore. And trust me, its identity might just genuinely surprise you. Finally, we arrive at a food group that, despite its profound and extensive benefits, is often regrettably underestimated and relegated to a secondary status. Yet, it is absolutely crucial and unequivocally essential for meticulously preserving the enduring strength and robust health of your legs. Leafy greens, the leg saver. We are speaking here of the verdant bounty that encompasses nutrient-dense spinach, the robust hardiness of kale, the earthy goodness of collard greens, and the peppery vitality of arugula, those vibrantly colored, nutrient-packed vegetables that your muscles and bones are, quite literally, craving for optimal performance and longevity. The compelling reason why these particular greens emerge as such an undeniable game changer in the realm of leg health is their extraordinary and concentrated nutrient profile. They are, quite simply, loaded with an impressive triumvirate of powerhouse nutrients: vitamin K, magnesium, and potassium. When acting in synergistic concert, these three vital micronutrients function with the cohesive efficiency of a perfectly synchronized team, working diligently to vigilantly protect your legs and enable them to consistently perform at their absolute peak capacity. Let us commence our detailed exploration with vitamin K. This often overlooked and critically important vitamin plays an absolutely pivotal role in the meticulous preservation of strong, resilient bones. Consider its function as the physiological adhesive, the crucial binding agent that actively facilitates your body's efficient absorption of dietary calcium and subsequently ensures its proper integration and secure lock-in within the bone matrix, precisely where it rightfully belongs and is most desperately needed. Without a sufficient and consistent intake of vitamin K, all the diligent efforts you expend in consuming calcium might regrettably prove less effective, as its optimal utilization could be significantly hampered. And here is a truly eye-opening, almost startling piece of empirical evidence. Meticulously conducted scientific studies unequivocally demonstrate that individuals who consistently ensure a generous intake of vitamin K through their diet are statistically significantly less prone to experiencing bone fractures as they progress through the aging process. This represents a monumental advantage and a truly significant finding for anyone who harbors the aspiration of remaining perpetually active, physically independent, and self-sufficient throughout their lives. Now let us direct our attention to magnesium, often aptly characterized as the silent engine operating behind the scenes of your muscles. Magnesium performs a crucial physiological function by meticulously ensuring that your muscles operate with optimal smoothness and fluidity, and critically, that they do not succumb to involuntary and often agonizing cramping. Have you ever, in the stillness of the night, been abruptly awakened by the sudden onset of a painfully intense leg cramp, a sharp involuntary contraction that seems to seize your muscle without warning? This distressing sensation could very well be your body's subtle yet urgent signal indicating a deficiency in magnesium. Leafy greens, by their very nature, represent one of the most superlative and inherently natural sources of this absolutely essential mineral. Consistently integrating them into your meals can profoundly contribute to maintaining your muscles in a state of relaxed readiness, perpetually primed for action, and gratifyingly free from the discomfort of cramping. Finally, we arrive at potassium, a nutrient that emerges as a genuine game changer, particularly in its remarkable capacity to significantly reduce muscle fatigue. Potassium operates by meticulously regulating and balancing the intricate interplay of electrolytes within your bodily fluids, thereby ensuring that your muscles remain consistently and optimally hydrated and consequently highly functional. Conceptualize potassium as the vital fuel stabilizer that continuously energizes your legs, enabling them to perform with sustained vigor, whether you are engaged in a leisurely walk, the physical demands of gardening, or the continuous exertion of climbing stairs. Without an adequate and consistent intake of potassium, your legs may often feel inexplicably sluggish, prematurely tired, or even overtly weak, thereby impeding your ability to fully engage with daily activities. You are, at this juncture, likely pondering the practical question: how precisely do I effectively incorporate a greater abundance of these crucial leafy greens into my everyday meals? Herein lies the truly encouraging news. It is not only remarkably easy, but also deliciously appealing and extraordinarily versatile. For breakfast, consider a simple yet highly effective strategy. Toss a generous handful of fresh spinach into your morning omelet and, effortless yet potent way to kickstart your day with a substantial nutrient boost. At lunchtime, craft a vibrant and invigorating kale salad, dressed simply with extra virgin olive oil, a squeeze of fresh lemon juice, and a light sprinkling of Parmesan cheese. It is not only delightfully tangy and supremely satisfying, but also densely packed with every essential nutrient your legs profoundly require. For dinner, consider the culinary delight of sautéing some collard greens with aromatic garlic and a delicate pinch of salt, presenting a flavorful and highly nutritious side dish. You can even seamlessly blend leafy greens into a refreshing and nutrient-dense smoothie, perhaps with the creamy sweetness of a banana and a splash of almond milk for a quick, revitalizing snack. And here is an additional, truly invaluable bonus. Leafy greens are not exclusively beneficial for the specific health of your legs. Their multifaceted advantages extend to profoundly enhance your overall systemic health. They actively support optimal heart health, significantly improve digestive function, and even confer a noticeable boost to cognitive brain function. It is akin to consuming a singular superfood that extends its remarkable benefits throughout your entire physiological system. Allow me to share another brief narrative to further illuminate and inspire your adoption of this practice. There was a woman named Linda who, at 65 years old, had for some time been struggling with persistent muscle weakness and the recurring agony of leg cramps. Her sagacious physical therapist, recognizing the potential for dietary intervention, judiciously recommended that she proactively integrate a greater quantity of leafy greens into her daily diet. Linda initially harbored a degree of skepticism, mentally questioning how much tangible difference can a mere handful of spinach truly make. She mused. Nevertheless, with an open mind, she resolved to give it a conscientious try. She commenced her new regimen by consistently incorporating kale salads into her lunch and enjoying spinach smoothies each morning. Within a mere span of just a few weeks, Linda experienced a genuinely noticeable and profound improvement in her physical well-being. Her legs reported a palpable increase in strength, the vexing cramps mysteriously vanished, and she even found herself imbued with a greater reservoir of energy that sustained her throughout the entire day. Now, Linda unequivocally swears by her greens routine, unequivocally stating that it represents the single most beneficial and transformative change she has made in years. Still not entirely convinced of their power, here is a compelling scientific fact that may very well alter your perspective. A rigorous study whose findings were published in the esteemed Journal of Nutrition unequivocally discovered that individuals who consume leafy greens on a regular and consistent basis are an astonishing 30% less likely to develop significant muscle weakness as they age. That is a truly staggering and statistically significant difference for something as ostensibly simple as integrating a few extra greens onto your plate. So, with this wealth of compelling evidence, what possible impediment is preventing you from embracing this transformative dietary habit? The next time you embark upon your grocery shopping excursion, make a conscious effort to procure a generous bunch of fresh spinach, robust kale, or wholesome collard greens, and begin the delightful process of experimentation. Whether you choose to sauté them to perfection, blend them into a vibrant elixir, or artfully toss them into a crisp salad, you are actively supplying your legs with the precise, indispensable nutrients they unequivocally require to remain robustly strong, impeccably steady, and dependably functional for all the years that lie ahead. With the harmonious integration of these three truly incredible food categories, the omega-3 rich fatty fish, the protein and calcium-dense dairy products, and the vitamin and mineral-packed leafy greens, you have now acquired the fundamental and unshakable foundation for cultivating stronger legs and, by extension, fostering a healthier, more dynamically active, and infinitely more fulfilling life. However, it is imperative that we do not cease our pursuit of optimal health at this juncture. There remains a wealth of crucial knowledge to assimilate and apply. In the ensuing segment, I shall meticulously outline outline the simple yet profoundly impactful daily habits that will not only amplify the extraordinary benefits derived from these foundational foods, but will also steadfastly maintain your legs in a state of peak condition, ensuring their enduring vitality and resilience. Let us, with renewed vigor, continue our enlightening journey. Now that you have thoroughly absorbed the profound insights regarding the three powerhouse food categories that are poised to fundamentally transform the strength and resilience of your legs, let us pivot our focus to an equally crucial dimension: the daily habits that will elevate your results to an entirely unprecedented level. For here resides an undeniable truth. While nutrient-dense food serves as your indispensable physiological foundation, the judicious pairing of this nutritional bedrock with a select few consistently applied routines possesses the remarkable capacity to exponentially amplify its inherent benefits, thereby enabling you to meticulously construct and diligently maintain enduring strength, unwavering stability, and remarkable resilience in your legs for many years to come. Firstly, the paramount importance of staying active every single day cannot be overstated. It is not an esoteric secret that consistent movement is absolutely essential for the sustained maintenance of strong and healthy legs. However, here lies the particularly encouraging and liberating aspect of this directive. You are by no means compelled to engage in anything extreme, physically demanding, or unduly strenuous. Even a modest yet consistent 20 to 30-minute walk each day possesses the inherent power to work absolute wonders for your lower limbs and overall well-being. The simple act of walking diligently improves the crucial blood flow to your muscles, which is vital for nutrient delivery and waste removal, concurrently strengthens the density and integrity of your bones, and perpetually maintains the flexibility and health of your joints. It functions, in essence, as a daily reset button, invigorating and recalibrating the entire functional system of your legs. Yet, walking, while supremely beneficial, is not the sole viable option for physical activity. If you desire to diversify your movement regimen and introduce a refreshing change, consider exploring low-impact exercises such as the flowing sequences of yoga or the graceful meditative movements of Tai Chi. These specific disciplines not only contribute significantly to the development of core strength, but also profoundly enhance balance and overall stability, two attributes that become increasingly critical and valuable as we progress through the various stages of aging. Even light resistance exercises, such as those performed using simple resistance bands while comfortably seated in a chair, can prove remarkably effective in the continuous maintenance of existing muscle mass and in the active prevention of sarcopenia, that insidious and natural age-related muscle loss we discussed earlier. Here is a practical and highly effective tip for integration. Consciously schedule your movement activity immediately after breakfast or lunch. This strategic timing serves as an excellent method to not only boost your energy levels for the remainder of the day, but also to consistently fortify your legs without imposing undue strain or exhaustion. Secondly, the unwavering importance of hydration. Hydration cannot be emphasized enough. Did you know that even a mild state of dehydration can manifest in your muscles feeling inexplicably weak, fatigued, and underperforming? It is an undeniable physiological reality. Your muscles, in their intricate biochemical operations, are utterly reliant upon water to function at their optimal best. Without sufficient hydration, your legs, being among the body's most active and demanding muscle groups, are invariably among the very first areas to register and feel the detrimental strain. Aim to conscientiously consume a minimum of 8 glasses of pristine water every single day, and even more if your lifestyle is particularly active or if you reside in a warm or hot climatic region. And here is a truly transformative, game-changing tip for incorporating this vital habit. Commence your morning ritual with a generous glass of water even before you indulge in your customary coffee or tea. This remarkably simple habit serves as an instantaneous jumpstart to your hydration levels, setting a profoundly positive tone for a healthy, energized, and functionally robust day ahead. Thirdly, let us delve into the often underestimated yet profoundly critical aspect of sleep and recovery. Here is a fundamental physiological truth that often eludes the common understanding. Your muscles do not exclusively grow stronger during periods of active exertion or conscious movement. In fact, their most significant growth, repair, and strengthening occur when your body is at rest, specifically during the restorative cycles of sleep. Sleep is the designated period when your body engages in its profound nocturnal magic, diligently repairing and meticulously rebuilding muscle fibers that have been subjected to the stresses and demands of the day. For adults who have surpassed the age of 60, ensuring a consistent attainment of 7 to 9 hours of genuinely high-quality, uninterrupted sleep every single night is absolutely essential, not only for overarching general health, but critically for the direct and profound enhancement of leg strength. If you find yourself grappling with challenges in achieving consistent, restful sleep, consider adopting a relaxing and calming nighttime routine. Consciously disengage from all screens, smartphones, tablets, computers, televisions, at least an hour before your intended bedtime. Sip on a soothing cup of herbal tea, or immerse yourself in the tranquil pages of a calming book. The immutable equation is clear. Superior quality sleep directly equates to stronger, more resilient legs. And that is a universally beneficial outcome that we can all wholeheartedly embrace and actively pursue. Finally, and most powerfully, it is imperative to combine these daily habits with the transformative power of comprehensive nutrition. This is the critical juncture where all the individual components coalesce and synergistically amplify their collective efficacy. By consciously pairing daily, consistent movement, meticulous hydration, and adequate restorative sleep with the three foundational foods we have extensively discussed, the nutrient-rich fatty fish, the protein and calcium-dense dairy products, and the vitamin and mineral-packed leafy greens, you meticulously create an unbreakable and self-reinforcing cycle of profound nourishment and intrinsic strength. Your body, with its remarkable wisdom, will diligently utilize the abundant and diverse nutrients you are consciously feeding it to meticulously repair and dynamically rebuild muscle tissue, while your active and engaged lifestyle simultaneously maintains the entire physiological system in a state of harmonious balance and optimal functionality. And always remember, with unwavering conviction, that consistency is the absolute key to unlocking sustained success. You are not required to enact an immediate and overwhelming overhaul of your entire life overnight. Instead, commence with small, manageable, and incremental steps. Perhaps you begin by simply adding a serving of salmon to your dinner menu this week, or resolve to take an invigorating 10-minute walk after your lunch. Or perhaps you make a conscious swap, replacing your usual less nutritious snack with a refreshing cup of yogurt adorned with fresh fruit. Every single, seemingly insignificant step you consciously take, every deliberate choice you make, incrementally accumulates, ultimately leading to profound and genuinely transformative changes over the expanse of time. Now permit yourself to powerfully visualize your strong, vibrant future. Picture this compelling reality. You awaken each morning feeling profoundly energized, brimming with vitality. You embark upon a walk to the local park with an innate and profound sense of unwavering confidence. Gracefully ascend staircases without the slightest hesitation or strain, and wholeheartedly savor every single precious moment shared with your cherished loved ones, unburdened by physical limitations. This precisely is the liberating and empowering potential unleashed by consciously taking decisive control of your leg health, commencing this very day. So, with this newfound clarity and motivation, I pose the direct question: what singular action will you commit to undertaking first? Will you begin by consciously integrating some nutrient-dense leafy greens into your meals? Will you embark upon a refreshing and invigorating walk? Or perhaps you will initiate your morning routine with a revitalizing glass of milk to immediately boost your essential calcium intake? Whatever your chosen first step may be, it is imperative that you seize this moment and take that initial, crucial action now. You are now fully equipped with every essential piece of knowledge and every necessary tool to meticulously maintain your legs as strong, impeccably steady, and perpetually ready for all the exhilarating adventures that lie ahead. And speaking of adventures, let us conclude this discourse with one final, potent word of encouragement, designed to keep you continuously motivated and steadfast on this remarkable journey. Let us bring this endeavor to a strong, inspiring finish. My dear friend, you have successfully navigated and absorbed every invaluable insight presented throughout this comprehensive journey. Congratulations, for you now possess the profound secrets to diligently preserving your legs as strong, unshakably steady, and brimming with the boundless energy of life. We have meticulously explored the three powerhouse categories of foods: the vital fatty fish, the essential dairy products, and the indispensable leafy greens, each meticulously detailed for their unparalleled capacity to fuel and fortify both your muscles and your bones. Furthermore, we have unveiled the deceptively simple yet profoundly impactful daily habits that function to exponentially amplify those benefits, thereby empowering you to seize decisive control of your leg health like never before, establishing a new paradigm of strength and vitality. However, here lies the critical distinction. Mere knowledge, while fundamental, represents only the nascent stage of transformation. The truly profound and enduring change, the actualization of potential, only manifests when you actively translate that knowledge into consistent and deliberate action. So let me pose this direct and empowering question to you. What is one tangible action, one distinct change that you will commit to implementing differently starting today? Will you make the conscious choice to incorporate salmon into your dinner menu sometime this week? Will you commit to taking a refreshing walk around your block immediately after breakfast? Or perhaps it is as simple yet impactful as consciously grabbing a generous handful of spinach during your next visit to the grocery store. Whatever your chosen initial step may be, always bear this immutable truth in mind. That very first deliberate step is the indispensable key, the crucial catalyst that unlocks the pathway to a stronger, healthier, and more vibrant version of yourself. And here is an exceedingly important truth to internalize and consistently reflect upon. It is unequivocally never too late to take decisive control of your health. Your legs, in their intrinsic and functional magnificence, are not merely appendages. They are your fundamental foundation, the very pillars that will steadfastly keep you moving, enable you to perpetually explore new horizons, and empower you to live life to its absolute fullest potential. By proactively taking meticulous care of them now, in the present moment, you are engaging in an invaluable investment. An investment in your enduring independence, in your unshakable freedom, and in your boundless joy for the numerous years that are yet to unfold. So, allow this thought to serve as a wellspring of perpetual inspiration for you. Every single instance you consciously choose a nutritious and wholesome meal, every single time you take a step forward, quite literally or figuratively in your journey towards health, you are articulating a powerful and unequivocal statement. You are resolutely declaring, "I am not slowing down. In fact, I am merely just getting started." And now I extend a heartfelt challenge to you. Share this incredibly valuable video with someone whom you genuinely care about. Perhaps it is a cherished friend, a beloved family member, or someone within your acquaintance who could genuinely benefit from a gentle nudge, a bit of encouragement to embark upon a journey of better self-care for their health. Together, acting in collective synergy, we possess the capacity to disseminate this vital message far and wide, thereby empowering countless others to remain strong, actively engaged, and brimming with the vitality of life. If you found genuine value and practical insights within this video, please do not forget to express your appreciation by hitting that like button, and most importantly, subscribe to to our channel for a continuous stream of more insightful tips, practical advice, and empowering inspiration to meticulously help you live your absolute best life, irrespective of your chronological age. And before you depart, I wholeheartedly encourage you to drop a comment below and share with me what is one specific action or change that you are genuinely excited to commence doing for the profound betterment of your leg health. I would be absolutely delighted to hear your personal stories and insights. They serve as a powerful source of inspiration for me, and they might just, in turn, inspire someone else profoundly. Thank you for graciously dedicating your valuable time to spend with me today. Always remember, your health is unequivocally your greatest and most precious gift. Treat it with the utmost care and respect, and it will, in turn, faithfully carry you through every exhilarating adventure, every cherished memory, and every single moment that truly matters in your rich tapestry of life. Until our next encounter, my dear friend, stay strong, remain actively engaged, and always, always keep moving forward. You possess the inherent capability to achieve this, and know that I am wholeheartedly cheering you on, celebrating every single step of your remarkable journey.